Good morning. It is Monday, December 12th, 2022. It is 7:21 a.m. in my locale, approximately 72 degrees, which means people are walking around in sweatshirts and shivering around here. I have not yet acclimated to this situation because I am used to very cold temps. So to me, 72 degrees feels great. The only question I have is, do I wear a t-shirt under my shirt today because of the wind? I don't know. And something unique that I haven't seen here in a while, fog. That tells me either the ground or the water is warmer than the surrounding air, and that's what you get. Fortunately, no hydrogen cyanide smells or anything else. Like just fog and cool, which is probably going to make a lot of people complain. But let's face it, it's 2022. If people don't complain, they have nothing at all. So let's jump right into it. Okay, let's go to our Zen poem. And this is a long one, so I'm going to warn you before you get involved. Having entered into the principle through hearing, as the principle heard is profound and subtle, the mind is naturally completely clear and does not dwell in the realm of confusion. Even if there are hundreds and thousands of subtleties to criticize or commend the times, you must gain stability, gird your loins, and know how to make a living on your own before you can realize them. Ooh, sounds like something somebody said. In essence, the noumenal ground of reality does not admit of a single particle, but the methodology of myriad practices does not abandon anything. If you penetrate directly, then the sense of the ordinary and the sacred disappears, concretely revealing the true constant where principle and fact are not separate. This is the Buddhahood of being as is. This is Queso 771 854. I like this a lot. It sounds like something all of us have been talking about for quite a while. You know, the idea of don't get confused, lock out the noise, turn off your TV, shut off the internet, and just go look. Just open the damn door and look and listen and use your senses to determine what is going on so that you know that hundreds of thousands of subtleties to criticize or commend the times. Yap, yap, yap. Doesn't matter whether it's CNN or your crappy neighbor. Yap, yap, yap. And all you got to do is put your hand up and just go, nope, shut up. Both of you. Turn the TV off, turn the computer off, go outside and go look for yourself. Somebody tells you the sky is blue, go, thank you very much, go outside and look up. Check that. Okay? You just got to check that. And experience the world as it stands. The true constant where principle and fact are not separate. Your principles, like minded, share values, have something to offer, and facts should align very, very well. When they do, you're at peace. Because then when the nonsense comes down the street, you just kind of go, you are able to push it out of the way. And there are many days that I very fortunately can get into that. When I hear people talking, oh, I watched on the TV and the doctors say and the experts say, I'm just able to just float right past them and go, I got it. Principle as fact. The water is wet when it is in its liquid state. The sky is blue, for the most part, when that blue color from the light is reflected back towards us. That's what happens. Everything else is just myriad voices that have to say something. Or as my brother calls it, chicken clucking, which I certainly do understand. Somebody starts pointing at the computer, the internet, you just kind of look and go, nah, I'm going to go experience that for myself. If you have to do your own research, do good research. Take it from the guy who is a science guy. Do good research. But that poem speaks to the existence of principle and fact are not separate, being as is. Go into the world and examine it as it is. And if the world sucks, move behind it, move around it, get around it, go do something that you need to do. Principle as fact. We don't treat people like that. So express that. Express that principle. We don't make people stand over here because they didn't do something over there. We don't do that. Express that fact. Walk over to those people and go, come on over. Let's go. We're all going to go do our thing. You can't do that. Stop me. 99% of most problems are stop me. And they won't. Because they just don't like somebody standing up and going, I'm going to live my principles. I'm not going to live constantly shifting principles. I'm not going to live the morality of the moment. I am like-minded. I share values. I have something to offer. I am not going to do my principle. And take it from me. Take it from this guy who sacrificed his principles and hurt himself because he loved someone. Remember that. We're not going to go down that downward slide. We're going to do our daily rune pull. So let's take a look. Man, it is foggy out there. These people are going to be wearing scarves and hats at this point. Winter coats. Jeez. All right. Yet again, pulls 2 runes. Not a good plan. Let's try it again. Let's do it the right way. We'll shake it. We'll put our hands in. We'll wait for the sticky one, because that's how you tell. The one that sticks to your hands is the one you're supposed to pull out. The Rune of Joy again. Oh, good. I won't even have to read the book today. You know what that says. It says happiness comes from within. Happiness comes when, that's the trying to make it disappears. Happiness comes from when you just experience life as it is. And they said the conjunctio in there. When the prince and the princess live happily ever after. And that doesn't necessarily mean the boy and the girl. It could also mean you and what you're trying to resolve, or it could mean you and a spiritual walk and anything else. Speaking of, I did speak to somebody, and they told me that they suggested that I not only read from daily Zen poems and I pull a rune, but they also suggested I throw in a random Bible verse. Not that I don't read one every day, just because I do, always have for years. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you think it's a great thing to add in, let's do it. If you think it's unnecessary, let me know. We'll figure it out. Everything grows. Speaking about growing, come here, buddy. Why are you sleeping on your back? Oh, I know. Hang on. Come here. I will rub the belly. Nope, you got to snort right out of the box. And a yawn. And a snort. And a snort. And I am rubbing his belly because he just rolled over and says, rub my belly. There's a good snort. Hey! What are you having this morning for breakfast? You're going to have... No, you didn't even let me finish. Chicken. Oh. Chicken and rice and beans and egg whites and maybe a little turkey. What do you think? Whoa. Heavy snort Monday, man. Go back down. So, let's see. What are we doing today? Work. Okay, yesterday I was on the Bayside and we ran 3 tours, which wasn't bad. 3 small tours, many of which were some of our staff who haven't gone on the Bayside yet. I did get to see the sunset over the Florida Bay again, and I got pictures. So I got pictures to send to people. The captain said, why don't we stay out another 10 minutes? And we watched the sun just slowly dip down the horizon like this. We just watch, because it only takes about 6 minutes or 7, and then it just went, and it just looked like it melted into the water. Absolutely beautiful. The people were hysterically happy on that boat. Me walking home, it was getting a little dark. I have to be careful. I do have a light for Queso because I don't want him to be in the dark. Okay. However, the 5-watt bulb is burned out. So next time I go to town, probably Thursday, I will be buying a 5-watt bulb. So we'll be taking care of that all on our own. And then this time I'm going to buy 2. I think I had used one, But this light, I used to use it every day. Now I don't. And I think it just, over time use, movement, it just gave up its ghost. And that's perfectly fine. Light bulbs burn out. So there's my plan. 9:30 to 5:30 is work today. I'm not sure what I'm doing for dinner yet. Okay. I do have some rice. Okay. And I had made it a couple days ago, like 2 or 3 days ago. So it should be nice and ready for fried rice stuff. I do have some ham, so I might cube up some ham, and I might throw in maybe some peas and fry the rice first, of course, and then throw in the ham and the peas, and maybe a little bit of honey on top of the whole thing, and just have that as a meal, maybe a lunch. I do have some soup that I'm still pounding through. I had some soup last night. I emptied a container. I made 2 quarts, so I'll probably do half a quart today for lunch, and then that leaves another half a quart for lunch tomorrow. Okay, so that's a good thing. But those are my plans. Right now, everything's clean and clear. I take the coffee grounds out to dry to put into the compost box. I have already cleaned up. Everything seems to be done. I just have to get a shower, feed Queso, and be to work by 9:30. Will they run a Bayside tour? I don't know. I have to check the tide tables. They will run it, even though there's pretty high and low tides. They're pretty severe now. But it depends on the number of people on it. So there's always a possibility they might just say, there's nothing to do, go home. Okay. If that's the case, then that's the case. I have other things I always get to do here. I try to work for at least, I'd say half an hour every night, either on a side project or doing some research for more side projects, signing up for side projects, that type of things, and of course doing those side projects. But maybe 20, 30 minutes a day, maybe an hour tops, and it every little bit helps. So that's perfectly fine. But that's it for the day. It's really easy. Other than that was an absolutely beautiful poem. I mean, absolutely beautiful. So that's the message of the day. Don't. The mind is naturally completely clear and does not dwell in the realm of confusion. Even if there are hundreds and thousands of subtleties to criticize or commend the times, you must gain stability, gird your loins, and know how to make a living on your own before you can realize them. Yes, before you can even start picking up the noise, you better know what the heck you're doing before you get started. And the other one, if you penetrate directly, the sense of the ordinary and the sacred disappears, concretely revealing the true constant, where principle and fact are not separate. That'd be the thing I think we should all do today. Go outside and look at the sky. Go outside and look at a rock. Go outside and look at an apple. It doesn't really matter. And look at the ordinary and the sacred and how they just mix together. An apple is an amazing thing of evolution, and yet it can provide so much food for other apples, for us, for animals, and it's just an apple. Take that time today to look for the mystical, the extraordinary in the ordinary today, and be sure to turn off the yap, yap, yap. Somebody around you is doing something stupid, walk around them. Don't correct or educate. Turn the key and go. Leave them to it. Leave them to their hundreds and thousands of subtleties. Okay? Or as somebody once said to me, I love kaleidoscopes, but it's a toy for children. Remember that. So today on your work, home, anything else, remember that as well. It's okay to have different thoughts. It's not okay to have so many different thoughts that you are clouded and confused and you have lost touch with the beauty of the things that are and the reality as it stands outside of you. You do not create reality. I know some quantum physicists say you do. You don't create reality. You open yourself to reality and you work through it. Because if you think you create reality, by all means, I say, go to the highest building you can and jump off. Just jump right off. And let's see what happens. You can think that the ground will be as soft as a pillow. You can guess Or you can say that you're flying instead of falling. And then in that last moment, reality steps in and goes, "Excuse me, let me explain something very quickly about terminal velocity and gravity." And then you hit the pavement. Your beliefs notwithstanding, reality won. You, of course, are busted. And reality goes, "You jumped off a building. What did you expect?" You have a good day today. I'll see you tomorrow.